What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. In today's video, we're going to talk about how penny stocks like Mullen, MCOM, Trica, Cyto, and Bets are in free fall, and why, if you're inside of our Discord, now is not the time to panic. All of that and more coming right up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday to you. Before I run through this penny stock fiasco that we have, all of which in the beginning we do not own inside of our Discord, but some of you do. But let's just take a second right now and remind everybody about last night's game when the Dallas Cowboys racked up a 20-point win against the Fly Eagle Fly fucking Bums, which are now the number 5 seed, a wild card team, because this team right here, America's team, is the number 1 seed in the NFC East. You cannot stop Dak Prescott. You cannot cover those receivers. I don't want to hear anything more. In fact, it's probably time to bench Jalen Hurts. Just ask A.J. Brown, because they want Marcus Mariota, who's willing to stand in the pocket and deliver the pass without running like a fucking chicken shit to the sidelines. Now that we got that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, all right, look. The first 2 weeks of December are tax loss selling. So this week until Friday is going to be the end, if you will, of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. And now that 75 or 80% of the volume in the stock market are bots and machines, many of which can see where the bids, aka the buyers and the sellers are, they'll lean on everything that's under $1. It's affecting most of what we currently own. But yeah, I see it. If you're going to blow out of it at 7 fucking teen, go right ahead. I'm not selling the food stock that's up nicely on the day that you could have bought a hell of a lot cheaper than it is right now. But I did buy 3 stocks, because if you haven't figured it out yet, I sweep from our small biz checking account over to E-Trade, where I trade, which I actually absolutely love, 2 or 3 times a week, excess cash over and above what I need to pay my bills. So I bought 3 stocks this morning, in 2 cases, bringing my average down a half a cent or thereabouts. But look, I've been in this game a long fucking time. I don't give a shit if you own Mullen or MCOM. How about the goose up to 120? Before that motherfucker came in, most likely with dilution, the stock's trading in the upper 70s and going a hell of a lot lower right now. But I've been out of those stocks for over a month now, and most of you should have done the same. If you're inside of the Discord right now, hopefully you're not panicking, although some people are. This is classic March. In March at trysmallbiz.com. Premium if you got a small business. Discord if you want to get inside and trade stocks with us. If you don't, it's at trysmallbiz.com. But 25% of my business fired me. Not because I'm a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan since the Roger Staubach days, Drew Pearson, Danny White, don't get me started, all the way up and through Aikman, and make the mistake of firing Jimmy fucking Johnson, although it seems like it's back together right now. And how about Mike McCarthy dialing it up against those Fly Eagle Fly fucking Bums? You have no chance. We're going to own the fucking NFC. You're going to go on a skid. I'd say lose at least 2 of the last 4, and we're going to shock everybody and take out Buffalo and fucking Miami. But back in March, 25% of my business fired me. Just like I was back in the day. 30 years trading the stock market, half of that as a broker from 93 to 2007. Clients don't fucking fire you at the top. They fire you at the bottom. They panic, just like they're doing right now. They're getting scared. They see all these other stocks that we do not own. I do not own Bets. I told people to stay away from that. I told you I sold fucking MCOM before it dropped 80 some odd percent. I'm out of those. I use them as a tax loss. I'm not in Trica. I haven't been in it. Cyto, I told people to get the fuck out the last time at almost 60 cents a share. If you're listening to me, yeah, you had a couple of drawdowns. What, 10%? Really? Or even 15%? That's going to kill you. That's going to get you to fucking panic. Some of these stocks that we own at 16 and 17 cents, they're down from $30. So they go down to what, 14, 15? We own it at 17 and you're going to fucking panic? Do you realize that nobody owns those stocks better than we do? And if you've got an 92.6% win rate like I do for the entire year, or go back 3 years where it's about 84.5% win rate, you think you'd learn to trust my fucking judgment by now. But no, that's not how human nature works. People are going to panic. They're going to see what's going on. They're going to get locked up in stock twits or Reddit, and they're going to fucking throw in the towel at the worst fucking time. You do not get rid of penny stocks that are under pressure in the first half of December. There's something called the January effect. In most years, you're going to get a rebound in these types of stocks that have been decimated from people that are selling them for tax loss purposes. And if you got out of the fucking stock at 17, I don't want to fucking hear it. In fact, if I get off this fucking video, because I've had it up to here with some of you clowns inside of the Discord, and I see anybody that sold it, you're fired and you're fucking refunded. In closing, it's time some of you grow a fucking sack. If you can't handle a 20 to 30% drawdown on paper, you don't deserve a 200 to 300% upside. You can't make this kind of fucking money. Knock the cover off the ball and out of the fucking park, crushing the S&P by a factor of what? 50 to 100 to 1? You can't do that without extreme volatility in both directions. So when you see these stocks that we're buying that are down on a fraction of their average daily volume, you continue to add small. As I said to everybody with respect to managing risk, you've got two choices. You can use a stop loss. Yeah, right. Get stopped out of half of these stocks, and then you got the wash rule where you can't buy a stock back that you sold for a loss for at least a month. It's an absolute disaster. The best way to manage risk is you buy a half a position to start. So if you have $10,000, you do not put more than 10% into one idea. Watch the short welcome video. It's on the left-hand side menu. It tells you 90% of what you need to know. So you buy $500 of a total of $1,000 position, and then you add small. It could be a 0.5% or less like I did today, or a full percent. So in most cases, not all, in most cases, the stock's not going to take off right away. We're going to buy a half a position. It's going to sit there or preferably pull back. And in some cases, in this kind of market, pull back significantly. And if the story hasn't changed, I continue to add small. And in some cases like today, very small. And I continue to bring down my average as long as the fundamental story and the technical, in my opinion, is still intact. And again, in case you didn't fucking hear me at the beginning of this video, not only am I a diehard Dallas Cowboy fan, #1 seed in the NFC, and yeah, I realize if the Eagles win out, they win the division, but that's not going to happen. You got a QB controversy, your secondary's awful, and big play fucking slay. Give me a fucking break. And until next time, always remember, I hopefully it made some sense that I love you, and thanks so much for watching. Yeah, you might want to get a fucking Discord before they sell out at trysmallbiz.com.